What's up, y'all? Janae here. Welcome to the It's Nay Lou channel. We have to talk about The Polygamist. Oh my goodness. So, if you do not know, The Polygamist is a series on Netflix. It's about 22 episodes for the first season. I don't know if they're ever going to come out with a season 2. I heard it was based on a book, which was worse than the series, apparently. But it is a South African drama with a bunch of characters. So the main characters are Jonas, or Jonas in English, and Joyce. So you can choose to... So you can choose to... sorry. My dog barked and it distracted me. But you can choose to watch it in English and the English and whatever, or you can choose to watch it in its original language, which is Zulu, and just watch the English subtitles. I heard it was way more dramatic in Zulu. Maybe I need to run it back and listen to it in Zulu and just read the English subtitles. But I chose to listen to it in English. And you know what it brought me back to? You ever get your hair braided at the African shops and they have the African movies on? It made me think about that. Like, that's what it brought me back to, like the Beyonce and all the... See, I be knowing something. But yeah, if you ever gotten your hair braided at the African shops, they always had them like real dramatic movies and all that stuff playing in the background. But anyway, so again, Janasi, I'm gonna say Janasi, Jonas, it's the same person. Janasi and Joyce, they have been married for 20 years. They have 3 children. They have Menzi. Oh my God, what's the daughter's name? Pumi. I think it's Pumi. Yeah, Pumi. And the little boy, I forgot the little boy's name. But so pretty much, long story short, is Jonasi cannot keep it in his pants. My God. My God, there's going to be some spoilers in here. So if you have not watched it, it's been out for about a month now. So please just get on it and come back and we can talk about it. But so they have been... They've been married 20 years or whatever. They're supposed to be having this like vow renewal type thing and all that stuff. But Janasi is sleeping with Matipa. And may I just say, all them ladies' bodies was tea. I said body yaddy yaddy. Come on. Everybody's body was tea. So anyway... He was sleeping with Matipa. Joyce knew that he was sleeping with Matipa. There was just so much. It was so much in this story. Lot of lessons to be learned here. A lot of cycles repeating, or we think are going to be repeated. And mind you, the kids know about, the dad having all these affairs and all that stuff. He had, so he's messing with Matipa, and mind you, he has another wife on the other side of town who was Essie. Now, we didn't find this out. So Essie is married to Jonas's brother Magesh. I say married because it's just a front. It's just a front because she's actually... her and Jonas grew up together, whatever, and all that stuff. And he then went to college, and that's where he met Joyce and all that stuff. But she's married to Jonas also. And polygamy is a thing in their country, apparently. So she's married to Jonas also. And, but to others, it looks like that Magesh and Essie are married and they have a daughter, Sarah. Sarah is Janasi's daughter as well. She might be the oldest, or she might be around the same age as Pume. But anyway, but Sarah really like wants to be like, she wants the world to know that I'm your child too. And he's just like, nah, or whatever. But we ain't find out that, he was with Essie until we saw him hitting it from the back. And I was like, wait, what? So let me calm down. And mind you, there was a point when, they were going to get divorced, Joyce and Janasi, but she was like, all right, fine. I'll sign the divorce papers. Just let me have this 20th anniversary thingy. So at the 20th anniversary thingy, he falls back in love with Joyce. They get back together and all that stuff. Joyce ends up going to the hospital to go get her tubes tied because she said she ain't having no more kids by him. She had a pregnancy scare. She wasn't pregnant, and she's like, all right, let's wrap this on up. I ain't having no more kids with this man. So she goes to the hospital. She decides, no, I can't do it. So the doctor, I was like, is HIPAA not a thing in South Africa? Because the doctor done told it all. He's like, oh, we got a bunch of Gomorrah women up in here today. So she's like, what are you talking about? So she goes down, and Janasi and Matipa done had twin girls, Ashley and Haley. I said, what? It was so many twists and turns, y'all. Oh my God. So they had twins, and Joyce was like, you know what? We just gonna take Matipa in as a second wife, which is technically Janasi's third wife. Joyce don't know that Essie is a wife as well. So, oh my God. So anyway, they're taking Matipa as a second wife and all that stuff, and and then, oh my gosh, what happened? Oh, it was the baby's christening. It was the twins' christening and all that stuff. And it was like, oh, let me get a picture. Like, everybody's taking pictures and all that stuff. And he's like, oh, let me get a picture with all my kids. And Sarah goes to get up, who is Essie's daughter and Janasi's daughter. The one that nobody knows is Janasi's. And he looks at her and he's like, And, she's feeling like, oh no, like, my dad don't want me, blah, 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 blah. Like, I need to tell the world. Mind you, Pume has a crush on this dude. I forgot dude's name. But she has a crush on dude. She really, really likes him and all that stuff. She's thinking about losing her virginity to him and all that. And Sarah, who is posing as her cousin, because that's, allegedly Magesh, who's her uncle's daughter. And, Sarah goes with Pemi's crush and sucks him off. And they are like, she catches him and she's just like, she starts freaking out because, she's like, oh my God, he cheated on me. And no, they're together. But she's like, he's cheated on me, probably feeling like this is how my mother feels. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so Sarah sucks him off and she's coming out like, yeah, I did it. What's up? So let's fast forward a little bit. Pemi also has a friend named Lendani. Lendani's like, yeah, because when Pemi was talking about losing her virginity, Lendani's like, yeah, do it, da 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 da. It's whatever. I got all these dudes, yada yada, boom boom. So Menzi, who is Janasi's son, has a crush on Lendani, but Lendani ain't really giving him no type play. And she's just like, whatever. So it's a lot of like back and forth in terms of like going back a little bit. Excuse me. to see, where these people are ending up or how they're getting here. But anyway, so the cousin Freedom, Essie's son Freedom, who's not Genasi's at all, he hangs with them and all that stuff. And him and Menzie are at the club and all that. And he's like, oh, I think he said he had to go to the bathroom or something like that. He goes and he looks and he's just like, and the reason why is because Lindani is sucking his daddy's. I was just like, oh, so Lindani is screwing Genasi too. And I'm just like, what the hell? So at this point, he has his two wives, Matipa and Joyce and all that stuff. And he's with Lindani. He's messing with Lindani. She gets pregnant by him, ends up having a miscarriage. When it comes to a head, or am I getting ahead of myself? Because again, she's of age. She's of age, but like, still gross because they, Pemi and Lindani have been friends since they were little kids. So that's literally could be considered like a daughter to you. But so Matipa gets in when it all comes to a head that Lindani is also messing with Genasi or whatever, and they arguing and all that stuff. Joyce is like, you need to get out, and Matipa comes in the door, boom, and she's like, is this the one, pointing at Lindani, is this the one that gave me gonorrhea? Now we got gonorrhea in the place. So finally, Matipa leaves. Joyce kicks Genasi out. Genasi's living with Lindani and all this stuff. I think like 2 or 3 years go by, and Genasi gets sick. Genasi gets sick. Or anyway, he gets sick, and he's like, the doctor was like, yeah, you have pneumonia. And he's like, oh, that's easy. I could just take some meds and I'll be fine. The doctor's like, you also have HIV. Now, mind you, he doesn't stop messing with all of them, like Joyce, Matipa, Essie. He ain't messing with them no more. So Lindani, he has HIV. And mind you, he's getting sick, and I think they made it seem like Lindani had it too, but she'd been taking her medicine, because she's like, I've been taking my medicine, and you need to take your medicine, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, Genasi is in the room getting sick, like super, super sick. And, even when, like, if you have HIV and all that stuff, if you take your meds, you can be, at this point, it's not the 80s no more. You could be, like, daggone near undetectable. Just got to stay up on your meds and all that. But Genasi in the other room sick, and Lindani up there riding whoever. Like, she's been sleeping with other men and all this and all of that. And it's not funny, but he's just like, damn. I'm sure if Genasi was thinking, like, damn, I done messed up. I done really messed up, because this girl is just doing whatever. And he's like asking her for help. He done went to the bathroom on himself. And she just spraying him with water. Just not taking care of him. Just being wow. But anyway, Genasi dies. He dies. It's sad. Essie is, cleaning his body. I guess when you get to the morgue or the funeral home, they gotta wipe you, clean your body before they do embalming and all that stuff. Um, mind you, mind you, Joyce and I believe it was her mother. They get to the funeral home and they're like, "Oh, let's this is the suit I would like for my husband to wear." And they're like, "Oh, he's been claimed already." By who? Essie. He done Essie done had a whole freaking Essie done had a whole funeral for him. They at the grave site. They about to put him in the ground. Joyce get there and is like, "Nah, this my husband. Dig him up." It's like, oh my God. So they take Jonas up out the ground. Again, he was going in the ground. All they had to do was throw the dirt on him. Joyce get him up out of there. And then we go to her funeral, the funeral she had for him. And she's wearing all white. Everybody else wearing black. She's wearing all white. And she's like, she goes up to his body. She's like, "This could have all been so simple. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, boom." And all of this. But did he go back home to die? He did go back home to die. He went back to Joyce to, live out his final days there because Lindani was like, "I ain't doing this no more. Bye." But it's important to hold on to that. So anyway, anywho, so she's like, it could have all, she says, like, over his body, it could have all been so simple. You just had to do this, blah, 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 blah. So then we get a little bit of a flashback. Come to find out. So in the beginning of this series, Joyce was in jail because she saw him and Matipa getting it in. And she was feeling away. So she set fire to the house and got her locked up. And Joyce got herself locked up. And then she went, so she's in jail. She met this lady. And she said this dude that she was with gave her HIV. So she was like, "Oh, word? Okay." Going over there. Mind you, at this time he's living with Lindani. Now, there is a part where, and I am jumping around a bit, I'm sorry. There is a part where this lady comes in and he's like, "Oh, I had a wreck," or no, something happened, but she needed to use the phone. And Janasi can't say no to any puss. Old, new, young. So he can't say no, so he ends up having sex with her. But she was sent by Joyce because she had HIV. So she was sent by Joyce to infect Janasi with HIV. And then at the very last scene, because Lindani caused this whole scene, Magesh was trying to like get her out or something. She's like, "I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here." She runs out. Menzies outside. Mind you, Menzie had a crush on her for a minute. And Menzie, because Joyce, as is dying, Janasi, she's like, "This was all my plan. I sent that girl to you," talking about the girl that she had met in jail. "I sent that girl to you to give you HIV." And she's like, and there was lots of contention between Menzie and Janasi because he took his girl. And he's like, "My son's not going to end up like you. That's why I got him all good with you, so you can sign everything over to him when you die," which he ended up doing. But we see that Menzie going to end up just like his daddy, because when he got to the company, they own this like J&J company or whatever. And the secretary, Menzie done banged the secretary. And the very last scene, y'all, Menzie in the bathroom, effing Lindani. I was like, Minzy, you in danger. You in danger. Because I'm pretty sure that Lindani also has HIV. But again, if she's been taking her meds, she can come off, come off as undetectable. But Menzie. So Menzie is going down the same path as his father, just, trying to sling everything that he can. Whew. Oh, and they found out that Sarah was his child too. And then when Matipa came for the funeral, mind you, Matipa left. She left the twins with Joyce. She said she was going to run an errand and she ain't come back. Matipa came back for the funeral, and the twins are grown. No, not grown, but maybe like 4 or 5, maybe even 3, maybe a little like 3. And she's like, come to mama. And them kids is looking at her like, who the hell are you? But have y'all watched The Polygamist? That was crazy. Have y'all watched it? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because that was so good. That was so good. If y'all have any other suggestions on what I should watch and what y'all would like for me to talk about, please drop it in the comments, because it's summertime. We got a lot of things we need to do. I really want this channel to grow, so please give me stuff. I like some some mystery, a little bit of mystery, true crime. I love me some true crime. So anything y'all want me to know, I got Netflix, I got Hulu, I got HBO Max, I got Peacock, I got Amazon Prime. So let me know. And again, what did y'all think of The Polygamist? Later, y'all.